Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So Georgia Tech's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. There will be some clean, old-fashioned hate on display in this one, guys.
How cool is that, by the way? That's the name of the rivalry. When it comes up, clean, old-fashioned hate. You think they like each other? Absolutely not. Bragging rights all through the state of Georgia.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running to the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC, and that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Mahoney.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense. Corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. The Dogs picked up their hearts and stuffed them right back into their chest and pulled out a close one last time.
Yeah, definitely a lot of Georgia fans breathing a sigh of relief. A lot of success against the Yellow Jackets in this rivalry. They didn't...
And that ball is picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't. Upright. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. He's got it on the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, he missed it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Handoff to the lone back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can...
Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, nothing like turkey and stuffing and the Egg Bowl on your Thanksgiving holiday. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Mississippi State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the SEC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Stark Vegas. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Okay, big fella, go get yourself some yak. How about the fullback making the catch and then showing you what he can do out in the open field?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He's gonna pass. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game, in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Off play action on first down. They're bringing heat. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field. He wants to throw it again. It's caught. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Blue.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. They're going to test the right side with this one. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Nice move there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Looking for a crease to the left. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the ground with the counter. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Okay, ready?
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Wants to pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. Fires it. Complete downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's looking to throw it. Gets rid of it. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Feeling some heat. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, from Athens to Atlanta, there are some edgy folks and emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Dogs and Yellow Jackets. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those 1st downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. He worked so well.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Dances away to buy time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Bowls his way forward. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll try the right side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They're trying to get to it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And that's a good play when you're inside your own 10, running out, trying to get something positive so you don't have to throw out of your end zone and possibly take a safety, and then, boom, you pop one. You get big-time space, big-time yardage. Nice job by the offense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Now on 2nd and short. Wide out in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pulls it in. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, 1st down. The give from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying play action. Still looking on the move. He's going to take off.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Connection to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Time to take a shot. And he's got it at the 10. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. And they just got to make more plays.
And
and they're able to get him on the ground.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, is becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with an L.
Leaves it with the back. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be fourth down. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Mahoney. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Blue. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Yellow Jackets looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. 1st down here for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's caught inside the 30. He's loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they own this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. The 17. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught near the sticks. It's Blue. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. They keep attacking through the air. Getting some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going up top here late in the game. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Excellent field position here for the offense. They want that clock to run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Trying the left side. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Keeps looking downfield. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players, they've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.